I'm going back to join Costco, man.
But I'll show you.
I like the fish. The fish is very fresh.
Yeah.
And it's reasonable.
I put the newspaper right there at the airport. I'll show you the picture, the closest one to our hometown. But we got scared so that when we were watching vehicles, the four wheels of vehicles pass through the road. As if we seen vehicles, that means the road is passable, right? But one of my cousin's son went to Catbalogan after Sunday, I believe Sunday morning. Nobody can get into Tacloban anymore because of this. The people was just laying around on the side of the street, just everywhere, because government cannot handle. They just overwhelmed them. So nobody can go in, nobody can go out. So they went to the next city, Catbalogan. I said, yeah, the road passable for four-wheeler. So my nephew, another nephew, he had his classmate, high school classmate, on a four-wheel vehicle. I told him, I said, talk to him. If he's brave enough to drive us to Catbalogan, we will pay him. So he went over and talked to him, and he came along with him back to the house, and we talked. And he said, okay, we'll take you guys to Catbalogan. And we asked him how much. He said it's up to us how much we give him, So the road that we always take, that's the thing that, because the main city we get all the supplies is the Tacloban city. So they were working on a road. I mean, it was just a big chunk piece from here to that thing. It was a big chunk that it was washed away. So they were just filling with the big chunk that they were recovered and stuff, and they were just filling sands and everything as long as it was possible. But rough, I said whatever. But so that's when we got to Catbalogan. That's when we got a hold of people in Manila. That was the first time that they're able to we have a contact. That's why we're so worried, because they wouldn't know what was going on really. Never heard from us, or we're dead or alive, So everybody was just like, and then we get that place, no electricity. The banks was closed. Nobody changed dollars to pesos. And that's when I panicked, and Connie panicked. I said, what are we gonna do now?
Right.
But
how would you get back to?
Yeah, we cannot do nothing because they will not change our dollars to peso. Nobody. And then my niece was with us. So her sister was in Manila, sent some MoneyGram, 10,000 pesos. So she was in line, and she can only get 5,000 pesos. That was only the limit that she can take out. And we said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stay here overnight. We can use some of your money to pay for the hotel. And we're going to get back. We're going to contact people in Manila, and they're going to send us some money from there. They have to borrow some money from anybody in there that they can borrow. They're going to get their money back as soon as we get there. So that's the only way. They have to send that money. They borrowed 15,000 pesos. They have to send us three of us. Your Auntie Ching, me, and your Auntie Connie. And we got in line, all of it. And the line was miles and miles and miles. People come out from Saturday night to Sunday morning. And we were online. We were just like, by the time we get to that front door, the money is gone. Nothing. So, that's when I say, myself. If it's just Connie and I over there, we will be there stuck and starving. But your Auntie Ching and my nephew's wife, they are hustler. I was telling you, your Auntie Ching is about size Sarai.
Yeah, I remember teaching.
They were hustler. I mean, I was just like, I said, my gosh, this is how people were getting so angry, and they have to call police because they were about to break that window. Because the people was there overnight compound. They have not get in yet, and they have not getting their money yet. And they were hungry, of course. And that was 4 days, and there was still no relief out there going through to those little villages, to those little bars, to those little towns. And I seen Saturday, about noontime, I seen the helicopters going back and forth, going back and forth. I know where it was coming from and where it was going. And I said, we're going to get the relief. These people in this town, we're going to get relief. Because I see, you guys see all these helicopters flying? Those are carrying relief. And hopefully these people that are in charge in that town will, hey, let's move this to these places. But nothing. And that is the scariest part. People died starving. Even they will survive, they won't. Even though if there's coconut, there is bananas that they can eat. That's still not enough for all those people. Medicine. The children was sick, getting sick. The oldest people over there wearing with clothes because, it will shine, it will rain again, shine again, and nothing else to change. They're gonna dry it, they're gonna keep it dry because there's nothing to keep it dry. That was scary.
You gotta start praying.
We got out of there as bus from Katbalogan. And you're talking about packing sardines. This is how we were. How is our situation in that bus. Two sitters on the side. And in the middle, that's supposed to be free ride in case something wrong. Was all packed. All packed with people. Because people were trying to get out of town. The ride on that bus was supposed to be only 17 hours. It took us 22 hours.
Because you had to keep it.
This stop, there's a stop. I think it was every 4 hours stop to let the people out and stretch their legs and have something to drink, or eat, something like that. I feel so bad for the children, the infants, God, in that bus. I was scared with the pregnant woman. I thought she was going to have the baby right there in that bus. But that's how we got out of there. We arrived in Manila at 12, I think it was 12:30 at night. And we were supposed to be at the airport at 6:30 that Friday morning. We just showered and I was already running over. I was scared that I will be stuck at the airport if scan me and I have fever. So luckily I took double dose of the Alka-Seltzer.
Double dose of what?
Alka-Seltzer. I sweated. After I showered, I said, I'm going to take this medication and I just cover my blanket so I sweat, So as a pastor, and I said, Lord, thank you. I'm going to get on that plane. All the time. But
That's why I told you to stay home because I had a premonition.
I know you're not need to stop. You don't
No, I'm here, and I'll tell you,
You just-
don't go. I don't think it's safe.
You need to stop it.
You know how
No.
to feel stuff?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
That's what I felt when you got on that boat and the boat crashed. Remember you got on that boat?
Well, your Auntie Connie was saying there was signs because her flight from Arkansas to Houston was canceled twice because of the fog. That's why they were behind, one day behind of me. I got there first. We were supposed to arrive the same time, the same day, but no, they were delayed a day because of her flight. And then when we got to Manila, our flight from Manila to Tacloban City was delayed twice. And after this happened, and that's what Connie said, remember, Ade, I was telling you, something is telling us we're not supposed to go home. Because all the stuff was happening, we just ignored it. But we were over there at the province for 4 days already when it happened.
Oh
4
yeah.
days. Yes. But yeah,
That's something you can tell your grandchildren. That you weathered the storm of storms.
oh, that's right, indeed. Not really. That the people that will survive understand that is really devastated.
The little,
They are the survivors
the little towns that suffer. They have
because the way how they survive with the typhoon of the crops, the palm trees, the coconut trees, that's the only way they can make money every 3 months under crops. But there's nothing that they're gonna be looking forward to. The people that who go to the ocean to go fishing to make some money, their boats are gone. My nephew, the one I'm talking about, that the wife went to Tacloban, his fishing boat is gone. That was he was. It been away. The wind took it away. The water took it away. All of it. All of it. So the rice, they plant the rice, the crops in the farm was all washed away. Everything. So they are the survival.
Like I said, I had a feeling, I told you before you even left, that you know how you have a premonition. I said, no, I wouldn't go, obviously.
But you know what? Take it back, us. We're glad that we were there. You know why? Because what were they gonna do? They don't have the money to buy the extra for the food for them to last for a couple days. Because by that time, it took us 4 days to communicate to somebody.
Yeah, but you have to look at it like this. What about the people who don't have anybody to help?
And that is why.
That is a problem.
And
They don't
that
have
is
anything.
why when I went out there on the road and I see the devastation, the faces of my family, extended family, because majority of those are my extended family. The whole block was the all extended family. For my father's, I mean, we're all really related, you know. That all they're depending on was their farms, the coconuts, the fishing boat. That's what they're depending on for their daily needs. And that's why the third day that they ran out, they came to the house and asking for, I said, we keep this much because we also need for the children. The second day, when I said there is no communication, there will be nothing, and the stores that it was have the other stuff, they were limiting also what they can sell. So I said, okay, this is a survival mode now. The adults will eat one day meal. The children eat twice a day. And to make sure the water is, don't drink too much, just a little bit until we come by more that we know we have for the next 2 days.
So you say your prayers, man. You think saying your prayers?
I haven't seen my prayers.
Say your prayers.
It's,
Because you never know what's going to happen from day to day. That's why every day I pray at least 3 times a day to join these Jews. You see a thing in your house? The little thing that guard my house from the devil?
No. What thing?
Yeah.
it's just like, see, when I got a hold of your dad, that I said, I still just told him, I said, his mom, I said, don't speak, just listen, because this is very important that you're going to cut off, because the battery on the cell phone, because there was no charge, was only 3 bars. I said, just listen, you need to send some money. That's all I told you, right? Send some money right away. I said, how am I going to do it? I said, I will get hold of Bernie, and Bernie will, so. And then that's the thing, because he said, because I don't know because we didn't even know then that the bank was closed, no power yet. So I said, I'm going to call you back, or Bernie, after we get to the city. But when after that, I got a panic mode. I went back to the vehicle and just sat there just like spaced out. And Connie says, you need to snap out of it. You need to think. You need to
The baby
think.
had to start straightening you
I
out.
said, what are we going to do now? Nobody changed dollars. What are we going to do? And that's when Chang said, Marley's getting some money from her sister, so we can talk to her, and then we can stay here in Catbalogan, and we're gonna get hold of people in Manila and see what they can do. So, luckily that the hotel that we stayed was only 600 pesos a night.
Inflation.
Well, that's supposed to be, the lady said it's supposed to be 1,002 pesos. That's about like $45 something. And because they have no power also, so that's why it was,
They took the price down.
yeah, no running water, of course. So they have to bring the water up to they were in the 2nd floor. And they said 6 o'clock in the evening, they will turn on the generator to 9 o'clock. So I said, you can charge your cell phone and everything so you can get a hold of your family in Manila. I said, thank you for letting us know that. So I said, a full bath, they're cooking everything, and then you get a hold of it. That's when you get the text. Ching takes Bernie. I said, you need to go home. You need to go to your mom and dad's house. Thought Bernie said it was some kind of scam, of course you can think of something.
Right.
Something like that. Go with your dad and stuff.
Go to your mom and daddy's house. Huh?
Yeah, it means our house. Mom and dad's house.
Oh.
So they got that, of course, they send the money. And you cannot get the money out. Because it's from outside. They were only giving the money from Manila. And they were not giving
Any money out.
from United States, from outside Manila. They were only giving you money that was sent from Manila to Catbalogan, whatever, to the locals. So, and then of course it was a big amount of money that is sent, and we cannot give that money either. So I just today refunded, I didn't get to the year because I was so sick. So I just have to send it to Manila today, and then the people in Manila will send it to her locally so she can get the money. And she have to travel another 6 hours one way, 6 hours going back.
We can thank the Lord you're home.
Oh, yes. Indeed.
And then it's good to listen to the one that had snow on his head.
I called home.
That's right.
I was looking forward to it. I was there at the airport. Look and look and look. And I said, okay, he's not here. He didn't look at the thing on the book, and I told him. And I didn't even get, some of my cell phone was not working. Also, so I got to get on a payphone, call him. I said, I'm here at the airport. Okay, I said, but don't come to the airport, I'll take the shuttle. So you pick me up at McCord. I waited maybe about an hour and a half for the shuttle.
Was he late again?
No, he was there at McCord waiting for me when the shuttle got there. And it was just 3 of us passengers. One in McCord to Fort Lewis.